it, but it's just the reality. You cannot stop it. Because I look back and I said, would I have been an abolitionist, would I have fought against this, what would I have done? And I can tell you what, and you might ask, what would you have done? And I'll tell you how you can know what you would have done is by knowing what do you do today. And that's this. We have a terrible, horrible evil going on in the United States of America. It is abortion. Abortion. Every day in America, about 3,000 babies are being killed by their mothers. It is legal. It is legal in the United States of America. In some cases, our government will even pay for it. And most of us do nothing about it. Most of us would say, you know, even though I would never get one, I don't like it, you can't stop it, it's going to happen, that's what people are going to do. And so we don't do anything about it. And it's easy for us to look back at another time and say, how could they have allowed slavery? I would have stood against it. But every generation has its evil that it's challenged with. Every generation has its evil that it's asked, where am I in that day? We don't live in a day of slavery. We can look back and say, oh, I would have been an abolitionist. I know it because I believe in equality. And I'm not a racist. But the test is not 100 years later what you say you would have done had you lived then. The test is what do you do when confronted with evil in our day? In our day, the big evil in front of us every day, right under our nose, I'm sure right here in Tallahassee, is babies are being murdered. And we say, well, it's their right. You can't stop it. I'd never do it, but you know, they want to do it. And sadly, sometimes even Christians think this way. We tolerate it. We tolerate it. And I think the day will come when maybe our grandchildren, I hope the day will come when abortion will be illegal. And they'll look back, and your grandchildren ask you, Mommy, Daddy, Grandma, Grandpa, did you, I mean, back when they were aborting babies, I mean, you guys had science class. You knew what was happening. You knew about the development of that little baby in the womb. You saw all that. You knew about DNA evidence. You had sonograms. You had ultrasounds. What did you do? Did you stand against it, Grandma? Did you oppose? You didn't have one, did you? And I think you'll say to your grandchildren something, oh, honey, it's so obvious now how bad it is. But back in that day, we just didn't see it. I don't know why. We just didn't see it. I see it now. I wish I would have stood, but didn't see it. Folks, every generation is confronted with some sort of moral evil. The great moral evil of our generation is abortion. We can stand back and we can say, what would I have done? I would have been courageous back then. Or like I would have, or another one, I would have stood against the Nazis had I been in Germany. I wouldn't have gone along with it. I would have stood against them. You never know until you're in the situation. And you got a situation. Have her for it, have her against. Some people, you know, other people use the Bible to justify abortion. It's like they use the Bible to justify slavery.
But that was actually allowed for 600 years.
These things are happening, folks.
No, wait, hold on.
Challenge in our day and age.
From when Exodus was written to
challenge in our day and age.
Jesus erased.
It's not, are you going to take a moral stand? I'll give you in a minute. It's not, are you going to get a moral stand from 150 years ago?
I didn't want to
stand on what's going on today. All right?